All right, welcome to the ABCs of Health. So, this journey is going to be amazing. So, follow along on social media because you get some fun videos. I'm posting every day. So, let's do this. So, for today, all in. Have you ever felt like the health bar is just too high? You know what I'm talking about. So there's everything that you need to do, you should be doing, you have to do. You have to eliminate things that were bad for you, but and now they're good for you. Things that nobody really understands, but apparently they're the magic bean to what we have to do. So everything just seems so hard. It's not supposed to be this hard, right? And then in the end, you're left wondering how good is good enough. It feels like you're supposed to be perfect, but it feels like you're failing. So the question is, how good is good enough? When it comes to health, we tend to be either all in or nothing at all. Usually we go from one end to the other, from trying to be perfect, pay attention to every single little detail, or just giving up. And the reason is because perfection is too hard. The all-in mentality says that I have to eat perfectly, whatever that means. Work out to have a perfect body. Wait, what? And I have to be happy and satisfied with myself. And of course, that's a total contradiction to having the perfect body and the perfect nutrition, because you'll never be satisfied. You can never slip up. You can never make mistakes, but I'm human. So what perfection does is that perfection takes away my choices. It takes away my control, and it even takes away my capacity to act. The bottom line is that perfection does not lead to success. Whatever your definition of perfection is, it's not going to get you where you want to be. When we strive for perfect, a few things happen. So let's take a look at this. Number one is that we feel stuck. One of the traps of perfection is that we never actually move on. Since there's always something to tweak and improve and learn and change, the pursuit of perfection, it becomes a never-ending pursuit. We don't do anything. So trying to do everything perfectly just keeps us in a loop of always changing what we're doing because we want a perfect result. Another thing that happens when we try to be perfect is that we are inconsistent because, again, we're always seeking something else to try to be perfect because something is wrong right now. But something less than perfect is just telling us that our reality isn't good enough. So the inconsistency is in the fact that we're always changing something, trying to reach perfect, and we're never really following through with anything or starting anything. Another thing that happens a lot with the pursuit of perfection is frustration. There are few things as frustrating as never measuring up. Never measuring up to yourself, never measuring up to the idea of what your health should look like. If you are consistently looking for perfect, you completely miss out on the good, on the doable, on the possible, on the practical things that when you do them every day, they are going to add up. So what should we do instead of trying to be perfect? I'm glad you asked. All right, so perfection is not the goal. Excellence is. So while the pursuit of perfection is going to lead to frustration, the pursuit of excellence, that leads to growth. It's possible to be excellent and not perfect. It's possible to be excellent at specific things. It's possible to be excellent and not do everything. As you've heard me say before, consistency is the name of the game. Changing all the things all the time, trying to never make a mistake, is a mistake. Being excellent at one thing until that becomes second nature, and then being excellent at something else and something else and something else, repeating this cycle of excellence, that is consistency. And that is what's going to take you to the health that you're actually looking for. So you don't need a perfect calorie count. You don't need a perfect macro balance. You don't need ripped abs. You don't need to cut out a food group. You don't need a juice cleanse. You don't even need more cardio. Perfection, whatever that's supposed to mean, that is not the goal. You want to be healthy. You don't want to be perfect. Wherever you choose to start, you need to be consistent because perfection is overrated. So do you really want to go all in your health? You have to start small. What small thing can you start doing today with excellence? So being consistent in the small things, finding excellence in the small things, that's where you're going to see improvement in your health and changes in your body. So getting enough sleep, drinking water, eat protein, don't ignore fruits and veggies, lift heavy stuff. There are many ways that we can excel at small things because it's the consistency in those little things that we do in our day-to-day. So this week, I suggest that you pick something. Pick something small that you can do for your health and practice it every day until it becomes second nature. And you're going to find that the more you practice in action, the more consistent you are, the easier it becomes. Then you can choose another one and another and another and another. And before you know it, you're going to become the person that you want to become. Perfection is not required for change or for improvement or for health. Consistency is. I'll see you next week.